intended for junior high school students. Grade 8.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, class. How are you today?
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, sir. I'm fine, sir. And you?
I'm fine, thank you. So, last week we had discussed about what? Anyone remember what subject we had discussed last week?
Descriptive text, sir.
Okay, good. So, last week we had discussed about descriptive text, the structure, purpose, and how to make it. Today, we will entering a new subject. But before we start our class, I want to ask a question for you. Any of you in this class have ever cooked?
I'm sir.
Yes, Farhan. Please tell your friend what kind of food have you made?
Indomie noodle, sir.
Instant noodles? Okay. So, Farhan, when you make the noodle, there must be steps and ingredients, right?
Yes, sir.
We call it food recipe. Why we must follow the recipe when we cooking?
To make it delicious, sir.
Okay. Excellent. We use the food recipe so the food tastes delicious. Now, please look at the slide in front of you. These are the examples of food recipe. Anyone know what kind of text food recipe is?
We don't know, sir.
Okay. So, food recipe is one of the texts included in the type of procedure text. What is procedure text? Procedure text is a text that explains, informs, or helps the reader to make or use something. In this case, we use food recipe to
cook food, sir.
Excellent. Now, Farhan, please read the structure and purpose loudly so your friend can hear you.
Yes, sir. For the structure of procedure text are goals, materials, and steps. The purpose of procedure text is to show how something is made, used, or done through sequence of steps.
Okay, thank you, Farhan. Any questions so far, class?
What is the content in materials and steps, sir?
Good questions. So, the materials contain such as ingredients and tools, while the steps contains the instruction on how to make or use something. Do you get it?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, you have understand about procedure text, the structure, and purpose. For your task, I want you to make a food recipe. You can freely choose what kind of food you want to make, as long as it's not the recipe of how to cook water. That's all for today's class. We do your best. We will discuss this task next week. Thank you for your participation. See you next week and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.